The hottest pop culture stories of the day. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany. I'm Khadijah.
I'm Khadijah.
We forgot we changed our intro, Khadijah.
No, that's okay.
Khadijah's in for Kendall. She's running around over at the home opener. So if you see her out there, tell her, why are you not at work? Really make her feel awkward about it.
Or tell her thank you for me because now I get to be here.
Yeah, Khadijah wants to say thank you. And we all appreciate Khadijah coming in and partying with it. Khadijah, you have a busy day today, but we will get to that soon. We have to get to Kanye West, unfortunately. And our show is kind of taken, for the most part, we've decided he's dead to us.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, but Mike, tell us why we kind of had to go a little Kanye today.
Well, unfortunately, he's back in the news because, I don't know, for the fifth or sixth time, he's now confirming or saying that his wife, Bianca Censori, left him and had a panic attack over his disturbing rants. And this has all been talked about in his latest song. So he has said that, according to, or in this song, he said that something to the effect of she tried to get him committed and then she left.
Being alone with Kanye must be a hell that nobody deserves, not even Bianca Censori.
Literally. And is anybody surprised that she's like, I just, it's not good for my mental health? Like, duh.
No.
Like, no.
Nothing he's saying or doing is good for anyone's mental health, especially his. Like, he's number one victim of Kanye West.
Yeah.
He is. And like, her outfits are number two.
Yes. Absolutely. A close second.
A really close second.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of cry wolf before with the are they breaking up, are they not? But I don't know, Mike.
They've used this tactic before in the past when we just, get a little quiet and haven't talked about Kanye and Bianca enough and we don't react to her going out and about wearing next to nothing. They then usually say, oh, we split up.
Yeah.
And then the next week it's like, no, rumors, not even the next week, it's usually the next day. Oh, no, Those are rumors. Those aren't true. But this is the first time we've actually heard one of the two of them, in this case, Kanye, in a lyric. But again, how can you really put anything Kanye West says and have a lot of faith or stock into what he's saying? I don't know.
No. And this also just makes me think like celebrities are just like us. We all have been in a relationship that's like, we should probably leave. And we keep going back and we're like, is it just me? I'm the only person that does this. Nope. Celebrities are just like us and staying in awful relationships. That's bad for their mental health. So there's some silver lining.
I know. I have to look into this someday. Like, does Bianca have sisters? What do her parents say? Like, where do they fall on all this? Because that's got to be so hard to watch.
We had heard from her parents, because I believe she is Australian, and her family in Australia. We've heard rumors that there was actually one point a story that Kanye would not allow her to travel back home because he was afraid she would never come back because her family would physically not allow her to leave Australia to come back to Kanye. So that's really all we've really heard from her parents.
I rarely say, but that's actually a valid fear. Like, that is something he should worry about because I would see that happening. So we'll tell you tomorrow when they're back together, exactly. Or when he's like, that's just art. You don't get art. When I say something, it's not real. It's actually just my expression of the reality that is not true. We'll find that out soon. We got to talk about this. This has been announced just a couple days ago. We've got a newborn baby. Kylie and Jason Kelce welcome their fourth child. And this child is already been on a few of the biggest podcasts that are in the world.
This baby's more famous than all of us put together at 2 days old.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a fake baby at first because I was like, there's no way. Here's the thing I'll say this about the Kelce. So we're talking about Jason and Kylie Kelce. And of course, Jason and Travis Kelce have the New Heights podcast together. Travis Kelce, who dates Taylor Swift. We all know these people. They're major players. I don't think they realize they're major players yet. Because how cavalier and casual they are about showing their baby. This happened to them. A couple of these little moments have happened to them where I think they don't realize how big of stars they are. And, it was after a tragedy had struck Kansas City. They were out at a bar the next day and they kind of were used to being very low key where it wouldn't have mattered so much. But then they were already shot up to fame. stardom. I'm shocked they showed a 2-year-old baby on a podcast. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I think it's very like they still think they're normal.
Yeah, they haven't reached a point yet where it's like, we're going to give one exclusive photo to people.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to walk with our baby with a blanket over its head. Like, they haven't hit that level of like internal fame yet.
Yeah.
They're like, let's just put our baby on the internet, put our baby on the podcast.
Right.
And then the world goes crazy. Also, I'm not a big sports girl, but I'm into it. And this might be the first sports baby announcement that I've ever heard of. You know, like, there's not like, hey,
Mahomes.
Travis Barkley just had a new baby. Like, nobody, or is he still playing? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
But it doesn't matter. But we never heard about anybody's kids until the Kelseys pop up with number 4. Like, what do the other kids think? You know, like they didn't get on the podcast.
They didn't get on New Heights. They didn't get on what Kylie Kelsey's is like.
Nobody is.
What's your take or something?
Yeah, they're not on TMZ Sports. They're like, are you kidding me, Dad? I've been here for 4 years doing the hard labor, and then this new baby comes and gets all the fame.
Right. I mean, we don't even know if Marcus, that's Michael Jordan's son, there was any fanfare around that.
Not going to lie, by the way, is their podcast.
Not going to lie.
But I do think this plays into exactly their audience. And she is as real gets on this podcast. That's her shtick. That's her bit. And it's like, hey, here's the baby. It's been 2 days. Not going to lie. Here's what's happening. And that podcast actually was pretty fun where she opened up, talked about the first meal that she had, talked about like what the process was like, how the whole birthing situation went. She was all, very open about it all. But again, that's, I think, their vibe. That's their vibe.
Yeah. And like, I'm not against it. I don't like, I'm not going around saying you shouldn't show your baby. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's actually probably less harmful to be showing babies kind of look all alike. I don't really feel like that baby's kind of worry about in 15 years someone going, were you that baby from that podcast? But I just mean it's I don't know if it's refreshing or if it's like we've talked about it, they don't really understand where they're at, or maybe they're breaking the mold in a way that they go, listen, we'd rather just benefit off our podcast anyway. Or more importantly, this is naturally who we are right now. Yeah. I have a baby with me, and I'm going to talk about what's the number one thing in my life. This 2-day or 3-day-old baby is going to be with me on the pod.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear more, behind the ball feels like.
Because we don't want during the game. We don't want those stats.
No, we don't want to hear about football.
No.
We want to hear about your baby and what she's eating.
Yeah, I do. I'm with you. And
what is she wearing this spring?
So Taylor Swift is she's kind of an aunt unofficially to a bunch of babies, but this could be her first kind of walk-in auntie adjacent.
I love it.
I love an auntie adjacent moment.
Yeah.
And this is giving us exactly what the Travis and Taylor gave us, where you're getting an opportunity to have, no matter where you sit, for a ultra big sports fan, or maybe the ultra big sports fan's girlfriend or wife or whatever. You're given something for everybody. And that's been the beauty of this whole conversation from the get-go. And I feel like they know they're a big deal when, they signed a 3-year, $125 million deal for their podcast.
Yeah.
I think they know they're a pretty big deal.
No, though. I mean, I know they know they're a big deal, but I think they forget. I think they forget that, like, Jason's still walking around sometimes without security. Like, I think they still want best of both worlds, and then they keep finding out that they really can't have best of both worlds.
Yeah, take it from Hannah Montana.
She tried so hard. She did. But look where she is now, though. I mean, I guess, does she have best of both, maybe? Doesn't have eyebrows, but she does have.
She has one world that's doing okay.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Thanks.
Look at Hannah, Miss Montana. Okay, this was so Shady Boots. You're going to love this, Khadijah.
Thank you.
Justin Bieber posted something, which honestly in itself is just kind of like, all right, somebody got a hold of a meme that they thought was LOL and like loving it, so they had to post it. But the minute you take a beat, you go, this is Justin Bieber, you're coming for Selena Gomez right now. What he did is he posted a picture of Gollum. Like, we know Gollum is from Lord of the Rings, who's obsessed with, like, my precious, that ring. Mm. It's a picture of him, like, grasping at a ring, trying to get it. And in the caption, girls on social media when they get engaged.
Yikes.
And Selena just got engaged. I mean, not just, but
recently enough where somebody would be like, this is a direct link.
Yeah, and they're usually, the thing is, we've decided, me and Mike, well, mostly Mike, has decided that most of the time that Haley's had missteps where she accidentally likes something or comments on something that's anti-Selena Gomez, it's actually just Justin using her iPad that's sitting in the living room. Because, like, they usually aren't as direct like this. This one felt a little more direct, which, again, kind of plays in the narrative of Justin's not doing so well because he usually hides this a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But Selena Gomez, was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago? When did the new album come out? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. They're on Hot Ones. They were, anywhere you could be to promote their new album, they were. So I could see, especially when all of his publicity is all, he's not doing well, things are falling apart.
Yeah.
I could see now it bugging him to a point of like, I'm just going to post something. Nobody will make the connection.
Now, this is more delusional than the Travis Kelce's not famous conversation we just had.
Totally.
Like, people are going to instantly make, where's his PR? I had to cut myself off. Where is his PR?
I think that's the problem.
That is the problem. And again, I think this, and I mentioned this, I don't know, like a couple months ago, but this has also got to be why I believe a lot of these, there are stories about Haley deactivating the account, doing whatever, unfollowing. Imagine how you feel when you're Haley and he does something like this, which once again drives home the fact of what we came up with a couple months ago. He's thinking more about Selena than he's thinking about his own wife and kid.
Yeah.
That is absolutely what this is showing, is he can't get over it.
Guilty as charged.
One hundo.
What's the sentence?
Where's the lie?
Where's the lie, Your Honor? I rest my case.
Mike, rest your case.
Yeah.
We rest Mike's case.
We rest Mike's case.
Isn't that so daunting? And it is. It's true. Like, I think it's hard when you become, there's a new stage in your life. He's become a parent. I mean, I don't know how much parenting he's doing, but that's a little shady boots of me. But I think it's hard to then see your ex and you're dealing with Hailey Bieber on a whole different level now. He seems like the type that's probably putting Selena and his relationship on a pedestal, or at least like that version of him, because that was a different time, a more carefree time.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see him regressing in so many ways. And especially because him and Benny Blanco used to make music together.
Mm-mm.
Like
it's two relationships you're watching unfold in front of you. Two people that were very close to you that you've had big moments with in life go out there and just crush.
Yeah, but let's just also give a 2 clap and a finger snap for Selena for not clapping back, because it would be so easy for them to clap back. Oh, we haven't seen it yet, but way to go high. Way to really take up Michelle Obama's advice. And when they go low, you go high.
I mean, I think the one thing she has going for her is she wins nothing by engaging at all. I mean, it's
the best revenge is a come up. And she's coming up.
Yeah. And then on top of that, 6 months ago, she sold her beauty company for $1 bajillion. And then Only Murders in the Building, she's the darling of. And I think rolling around with Steve Martin and Martin Short would be enough. I think she's just super happy. And
and that's what happens. When you're happy, you don't need to engage.
No, and I think she's super happy and Justin is not. And I also think we've talked about this too, the P. Diddy stuff coming up. There's something there. I mean, I feel like he had been doing somewhat better, but I think it's the combo of that and having the kiddo and just life changing for him in a way that I don't know if he's equipped to deal with.
Yeah.
And she did have tracks on that album called Don't Take It Personally and How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten? So I guess when you move on.
The thing about Justin,
don't think about him anymore.
I'll say this about Justin. I love a good hating on Justin when he's, smoking weed in the camera, being like, this is what cool is. It would take one song.
Yeah. Yeah.
One bop, like an actual bop, though. No, like whatever the hell he's been putting out for the last few years. But one good Justin song.
If him and Shawn Mendes come back together for another song,
done.
All is forgiven.
Like, I forgive you. You've given me enough. And like, I'm not your child, so I don't have to hold in that resentment. I don't have to fight for your kids. You know, where's dad? Why are you making me watch a giant screen TV? Which is something he posted with his kid watching a movie an inch from a movie screen.
That's what I love about us. We can really swing on a whisper of a dime. You know what I mean? It's like, we hate Justin. One good song. You know what? The kid's been through a lot. Let's have some empathy.
Because here's the thing. And I'm talking about like baby, or like something. I mean, when he makes a good song, it takes over my whole body.
Yeah, and me and you, what we have in common, especially about our musical tastes, is like we are pop girlies.
We are pop through and through.
Through and through. And I was just listening to a little bit of Justin. I was on the road this weekend and I just had my Pandora on shuffle. And a couple Justin songs came on and I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, separate the artist from the art. But I was in there, I was getting it.
I mean, he hasn't done anything illegal, you know? Like,
no, he's just being a bad guy.
He's a bad guy, which is another... He jumped on with Billie Eilish and it's so good.
So good.
So, hey, guess what, Justin? Doesn't take much for us, but
we love you.
It has to be a bona fide epic song.
And that's how we're going to turn this whole thing around, Justin.
Yeah.
Just come out with a really good song like, I'm sorry.
And don't tease us that there's new music coming and then not drop any, because he's done that too to us in the last month and a half.
And I'm not saying jump on a song with Kid Laroi. I know he's like your BFF right now, but go do a Justin actual pop song.
Yeah. Go back to your roots.
And that's how you're going to win the hearts and minds of everyone here in the studio.
Yeah, of 40-year-olds all across America.
I'm sure he's very concerned about we must still seem ancient to him. Because, like, he's reverting back, so he doesn't even want to, like, be in his own body. So he must be like, wow, those people should get on a freaking iceberg soon.
You know what? Well, listen here, Peter Pan. Get it together.
Get your life together and get in the studio.
Get in the studio, you lost boy.
We're so... Okay, we guys have a quick congratulations to Michelle Williams. She quietly welcomed baby number 4 via surrogate with her... her third with husband. Oh, I said baby number 4. Third with her husband, Thomas Kale. She has one from a prior relationship. That's what it is. So 4th baby for her, 3rd with her current husband. So, she has one with her late Heath Ledger, I believe. Did I make that up?
Nope, you got that right.
Yes. Okay, cool. And now she has her 4th baby. It looks like, again, they went through surrogacy. And it's one of those things, man, when they go through surrogacy, and science is wild, but just like nobody knowing you're pregnant and then blammo, here's a baby is so amazing that they can do that. Yeah. No shame. But I just mean, it's a weird thought exercise if you're like the neighbor. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're like the everyday person in their life. Yeah. Where like you roll up to the like doctor's office or something. It's like, oh, like, is this, okay. No, I just didn't know.
You carried it well. No, didn't carry it. Wait, what happened? Somebody else?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
It's 2025. That's what we're doing.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So can you imagine the like older people are like, where'd that baby come from?
That's what I'm saying.
They're just like so confused.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's a real peekaboo moment that, you know what I mean? Like there could be a lot of LOLs being had. There could be some gotcha moments.
Yeah.
Whose baby is it? It's mine. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like
adoption's a wonderful option. No, it's actually biological, me and my husband's baby.
It's so cool. Like science is amazing.
Yeah, I love it gives women accessibility to motherhood and options and all of these things, right? And I don't know, I just want to be like an 80-year-old neighbor.
Me too.
To be like, wow, you really held that pregnancy well. You hit it well. Like 1950. You know,
and then them not explain it to me because they're like, oh, she's going to be weirdly small-minded.
Yeah, she still comes over when her laptop doesn't turn on because it's unplugged, kind of thing.
So I got to give you a little insight into Steven Spielberg's bizarre arrangement with his ex-wife. At the time when they had gotten a divorce, it was the largest divorce settlement. I don't know if it still is. And it went down, I believe, in 1989. Mm-hmm. $100 million. And you go, oh, that must have really hurt his bank account. Don't worry about Steven. He's doing fine. He's in the billion club. I think he's got 5.3 billion is the last time. He's one of those untrustworthy sites. Did a little digging. But it was wild. She was coming out saying how not only did he give her $1 million, they actually are at a place that they double date with their new significant others. Yeah.
I love that for them.
Her name is the one and only, I'm looking, Amy Irving. And so she is a 71-year-old retired actress, and she's with her third husband, Kenneth Bowser Jr. Ooh, we got a junior. Mm. And they not constantly, but pretty regularly will double date with the 78-year-old legendary filmmaker and his second wife, Kate Capshaw. So I think that's pretty cool. I
think that's cool. Who wouldn't want to have dinner with Steven Spielberg? I mean, come on.
Probably his ex-wife.
Well, clearly not.
I know.
She's like, let's do it.
I know. She talked about how they met, and it was pretty cool because she was at the time, and he was filming something in Sri Lanka, and she was in India, and he was like, why don't we just stop by there quick? Like the casualness of it. And ran into her, and at the time she was dressed up as this half Russian, half Indian princess. She got off stage, and he was just there, and they really hit it off. She talked about there was a lot more pressure than she was used to, is the idea of being his wife. She said one thing that was hard was, I think it hurt being Steven Spielberg's wife, and then it hurt being the ex Mrs. Steven Spielberg. It was awkward for a while. I don't know why. I only know that I felt non-existent, which you could imagine, right? Like, you're married to somebody so big in Hollywood that you're like almost treated, I don't want to say an accessory, but a plus one. And then even worse, once you're the ex plus one, how invisible you would probably be to most people in Hollywood.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. That's what they do to women. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think it's anybody who's just like married to somebody just so big. I think that just, I don't know what kind of strength you need to have in the inside to be the less giant shooting star, you know?
Yeah. I would think you just have to be like so not into it.
Yeah.
Or very secure in your own projects, career, etc.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between. I think it's like you do you, or like I have my own thing.
And just to follow up, $100 million, obviously a massive divorce settlement. Of course, Jeff Bezos' wife, Mackenzie Bezos. If you remember that settlement, it was 4% Amazon stock. 4% Amazon stock was a settlement of $38.3 billion. Ugh. Now, keep in mind, that was in 2019 when it was worth $90. Now it's 178. So that settlement was roughly $80 billion.
So she wins now.
She just slightly has the edge.
She wins this round.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Things have changed since 89.
That's insane.
But you know, if the thing is, if Amy would invest that money, if she would have invested it in Amazon specifically,
she could have quadrupled it.
She would have been the real winner in this divorce. Yeah, I guess, you know, I always say that Ben Affleck is to win the divorce, but in the end of the day, it's Bezos every time.
Every time.
Like, I don't care how polite you are. Go Bezos or go home.
Lauren Sanchez, take note.
Yeah, Lawrence, yeah, that's for sure. Especially because they're going to have the wedding of the century that I'm sure of the millennium. You're so right.